So, dear viewers, when we hear the phrase man up or be a man, what's the first thing that comes up to mind? Well, for many adolescent boys, it's it means to be dominant, to be strong, and to be aggressive and not show any weakness or vulnerability. Now, what if I tell you that those thoughts are actually doing more harm than good? That's why I'm here today. I am going to talk about how toxic masculinity is actually damaging the mental health of adolescent boys. Now, while feminist ideals have spread across the world, there is a certain group of people that these ideals are struggling to reach. And that group of people is adolescent boys who practice and believe in toxic masculinity. Now, you might ask, what's toxic masculinity? Toxic masculinity is a mindset that pressures someone to be dominant and overly competitive as well as aggressive in every situation that they're in, while also suppressing any form of vulnerability. Now, on the surface, this mindset might seem harmless. It can even be seen as a motivator for adolescent boys to, you know, take charge of a situation or be a leader or be ambitious. But under the surface, this mindset is actually damaging the mental health of adolescent boys. Think about it this way: if you were struggling with your mental health, with your situation or emotions, wouldn't the logical thing to do is to ask for help? Well, unfortunately, for adolescent boys who practice this mindset, that logic is the complete opposite. A study has shown that 37% of adolescent boys experience mental health issues. However, not even half, or nearly half of them expressed that they wouldn't ask for help if things got really bad. Why? Because if they ask for help, they'll feel emasculated or they'll feel ashamed. And the problem just doesn't stop there. YouTube, Shorts, and TikTok, social media platforms, are actually promoting influencers that push this mindset. And another study has shown that 63% of adolescent boys consume this kind of content regularly, listening to influencers that promote aggression, that promote dominance over self reliance, and promoting vulnerability as a weakness. And the worst part is that they genuinely believe and practice this mindset. And the consequences of this is beyond individual impact as well. If a community of adolescent boys have this mindset, a mindset, and they create an environment that rewards aggression, rewards dominance over others, rewards performance over anything, and and actually punishes any form of vulnerability or emotion, it creates an environment that values a stereotype. It values a role, I guess. It values a stereotype. It values a idea more than genuine, authentic human connection. And so, now that we know, what can we do about it? Well, first, we need to break down the gender stereotyping. So we should allow and we should celebrate a diverse form of masculinity in our communities. Like, for example, if a boy has girly interests such as crochet or makeup, it should be celebrated rather than being ashamed or being told that's not masculine enough. Second, I have a message for parents and educators. We, like parents and educators mostly, are the people that are most responsible to create a safe space for these adolescent boys, a safe space for them to be comfortable enough to be vulnerable, that it's okay to show weakness, and it's okay to ask for help. And third, most final, is that I think schools or places of education should implement a program of awareness workshop, for example, or have a targeted targeted program for adolescent boys who are already practicing this mindset or are very prone to the influence of influencers that promote this mindset, as well as maybe educating as a whole to think critically and not to fall into influencers' advice that easily. And so, my dear viewers, toxic masculinity is a mindset that damages an adolescent boy's mental health. However, we can do something about it because I think every boy deserves to freely express themselves, to be okay, to be vulnerable for the people around them, and that it's okay to ask for help. And this this purpose aligns so much with feminism. And I think feminism shouldn't only benefit girls, it should benefit boys too. Thank you.